In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. This is a revelation of the Scripture from God, the Almighty, the Wise. We send down to you the Scripture, truthfully. You shall worship God, devoting your religion to Him alone. Absolutely, the religion shall be devoted to God alone. Those who set up idols beside Him say, we idolize them only to bring us closer to God, for they are in a better position. God will judge them. Regarding their disputes, God does not guide such liars, disbelievers.
I have a comment in verse 2 and 3 that God is specifying one statement in verse 2 and verse 3, that it says, we sent down to you this scripture truthfully. You shall worship God, devoting your religion to Him alone. And again in verse 3, it says, absolutely the religion shall be devoted to God alone. You know, after two verses after each other, God is pointing out that we have to figure out what is our goal about our religion. Is it shall we do whatever we want, or at the first step we have to know that we have to devote our religion to God alone. Then step by step we can do the other thing. And in Arabic also it says, verse 2, إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ فَاعْبُدِ اللَّهَ مُخْلِصًا لَهُ الدِّينَ. And again it specified that Elaha EllallLah الدِّينُ الْخَالِص. So it means that we have to only worship God alone.
Very good point that clarifies this is what follows. Those who set up idols beside Him say, we idolize them only to bring us closer to God, for they are in a better position. So to say that we want to idolize or refer to someone that we think is closer to God in itself is a fallacy, because how do we know what goes on in their heart and what kind of superiority they have in position with God than we ourselves? Again, putting an intercessor and letting them decide. And it brings forth another discussion where if God is just and we're going to be dealt with justly, how can He be just if we are going to set up the idol as an intercessor between us and God and let Him decide, and then we're going to say, well, it was His fault because we followed Him. God is telling us directly, don't follow anybody else. I'm telling you directly and speaking with you directly. You make your own decisions by choosing the best. There's another verse we read that I think verse number 18, they are the ones who examine all words, then they follow the best. So we are responsible to examine all words, decide on our own, and follow the best.
Surah 39, verse 43, as a confirmation of that understanding, God says, have they invented intercessors to mediate between them and God? Say, what if they do not possess any power nor understanding? In the very next verse after that it says, 39:44, say, all intercession belongs to God. To Him belongs all sovereignty of the heavens and the earth. Then to Him you will be returned.
Verse 17, God is telling us He is giving good news for the people who discard the worship of idols. It says, as for those who discard the worship of all idols and devote themselves totally to God alone, they have deserved happiness. Give good news to my servants. And these people are the next verse is saying that they are the ones who examine all words, then follow the best. These are the ones whom God has guided. These are the ones who possess intelligence. Most of the people think that if you are praying, if you are reading Quran, it's all for God.
Or we're doing
But it's
Him
wrong.
a favor.
Exactly. If we are doing something righteousness, we are doing to rescue, for our salvation, not for God. God doesn't need to anyone. But He is so merciful. After that He said that, but He dislikes to see His servants make a wrong decision. See how merciful He is. He is just keep telling us that this is your way, this is the best way for you to follow.